Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the price of Bitcoin because a lot of interesting stuff is happening on the Bitcoin chart. We're seeing a descending triangle forming and a bunch of more other cool stuff. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and remember, age is just a number, but so is the price of Bitcoin. So let's jump into the chart right now. So the first thing that I want to tell you guys is this was the place where we made the update yesterday, and I did tell you guys that we could potentially have, this could have been a liquidation spike, which exactly is what turned out to happen because over $280 million have been liquidated in the last 24 hours, which is absolutely crazy. And what's even crazier is that now we've made it back into this very, very important ascending parallel channel on the price of Bitcoin on the daily chart. So this was super, super important. Now we've made it back inside, and this candle is retesting the resistance now. So this is super crazy, and this is super important to watch. And now we're also retesting the weekly channels, the weekly parallel channels resistance as well. And I did mention in my last videos that these two levels are super, super critical, and we could face a lot of resistance. So breaking above here is what I want to see, because as you can see here, whenever we came to these levels, Bitcoin always had reversals. So this is something to watch out for. But if I jump back into the 4-hourly chart for Bitcoin, we can see that a descending triangle is forming. Now in TA, it's super important because in TA, usually descending triangles are pretty bullish. So if I zoom out a little bit, it's going to be perfect. So there we go. If I just line that up, now we have a descending triangle forming on the price of Bitcoin. And as I said, descending triangles are usually pretty bullish in TA. So that's absolutely fantastic. And I'll give you guys the targets just now too. But the CPI was also announced yesterday, which caused the big bullish momentum on Bitcoin. It was released at 6% compared to the previous months, I believe 6.4%. We can just double check it right now. Yes, so we got it at 6%, which was of course a lot more bullish than last month, and that caused a pretty big bullish momentum on Bitcoin too. So my target actually would be back at this swing high of Bitcoin. So I would say around $26,000 is a nice bullish target if we break towards the upside. But if I jump back to the 4-hourly chart, what's not so nice is that we had a bearish crossover on the MACD, which is not great at all. And if we do break towards the downside, which I would watch, so this the descending triangle, I'd watch its distances and support, and then I would see where we're breaking towards. I could actually add in alert. So basically, if you want to add an alert on TradingView, all you got to do is press add alert, continue anyway, and then boom, if there's a breakdown, then you'll get alerted immediately. And so if there is a breakout also to the upside. So this is a very nice place to, it's a very nice way to track what's happening on the chart of Bitcoin if you're not staring at the computer screen all the time. In fact, I can move it a little bit more lower to see what is happening. So perfect. I'm going to press save, and there we go. So that's amazing. But if we break towards the downside, my target would be first of all this $22.9, $23,000 range, and then I would say my final support would be at $21,900, which is the support of this ascending parallel channel. But this is what I'm seeing. Something also a bit scary is that on the 1-hourly chart, I'm also seeing a head and shoulders pattern, which is not great. Now I'm going to get rid of these because they're in the way of the chart. But on the 1-hourly chart, I'm also seeing a head and shoulders pattern. Now, in fact, right now, it's pretty nice because it's getting invalidated because we are seeing this price movement towards the upside. But in the next few minutes, if we come towards the downside, we're exactly at the support of this head and shoulders pattern. In fact, we're a bit above it because we're bouncing again, which is super nice. But if we come back down again, then we are at the support, and again we can come back down to this level over here, which I just mentioned too. However, what's super interesting that Bitcoin is losing its correlation with the S&P 500. Now, usually Bitcoin would pump when the S&P pumps, and it would dump when the S&P 500 dumps. Now, what's super interesting is yesterday it completely went out of correlation. Now, this is because of the multiple bank failures, right? This is super bearish for the traditional markets. So there is fear in the traditional markets. Now we're back under this massive trend line on the S&P 500, and we're retesting it once more. And it's super important to see if we will be able to break out again. Personally, I think it's going to be a little hard, and we are seeing a MACD sell also, and there's just a lot of FUD in the market and the traditional markets too. So I think it's going to be a little bit hard, but let's see what happens. But we are below this also, this pretty important level, this trend line too, which we had been forming since the 10th of October of last year too. But again, we are also below this 50-period moving average, which is not great. Now the DXY is pumping like crazy, and again, Bitcoin is a bit weird because whenever the DXY pumps, Bitcoin dumps like crazy. Now we are dumping, but we are not dumping like crazy, right? So Bitcoin has lost its correlation with the traditional markets, which again, I find super, super interesting. But guys, before I end off, thank you so much for the growth. Honestly, we've been growing like crazy on the channel, and I can't thank you guys enough. I'm going to try and bring as much value as I can with some of the biggest people in the crypto space. So thank you so much for watching the videos. And guys, please do leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It means the world to me. But guys, that is pretty much it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video pretty soon. So take care and bye-bye.